Beautiful, calm start to the weekend after last week's record snowfall in many areas. We also saw some blue sky and some sun breaks today and temperatures above freezing. So, yeah, there was a whole lot of melting going on in some spots. But now our temperature back below freezing at 29 degrees with our winds east-northeast at 3 miles per hour. So we're going to see that freeze-thaw cycle over the next several days. You can see our temperatures right now in some spots still above freezing for many spots across the Anchorage Bowl area. Muldoon just dropping below freezing at 31. And of course, right now at Anchorage Stevens International at 29 degrees. Otherwise, still a little bit of melting going on out there. Our high today, right at the freezing mark, 32. So we're pretty close to average for this time of year. Overnight, just a tad bit on the warm side. And again, for the month of November, just a half an inch. Of course, we got all of our snowfall in October. So we'll see a little bit more tomorrow. Not a whole lot. It's not like you'll have to dig out because we're going to see the downsloping, but all of the active unsettled weather toward the southern half of the state. Things looking pretty good for the most part. For the mainland Alaska, except for the interior along the Dalton Highway, where there is a winter weather advisory in effect at least through tomorrow. Gusty winds and snow along the Dalton Highway expected. And we're talking gusts about 45, 50 miles per hour. Otherwise, Bristol Bay, Naknek to Egegik, looking at some rain showers tonight. The South Central region also looking at some wet weather for those coastal areas of Prince William Sound and the northern Gulf Coast and the southeast and in around the Sitka area, where that low that we saw yesterday is moving onshore, kind of losing its punch as it does, but still some wet weather to be had. Right now, temperatures into the 20s for most of Alaska. The exception is the entire southern coastline, where we still have those temperatures into the 40s. So pretty mild. High today so far is Sitka with 50 degrees. And again, it's that entire southern coastline. Elsewhere, we're into the 20s across the state. But here's a look at the big picture. This is the low that's breaking up across the southeast, but we're going to see another one move up the North Pacific. And here it is. It's going to move in by Tuesday, Monday night into Tuesday. So we're going to see a repeat, not as snowy, but except for those coastal areas like Prince William Sound and Valdez, where they could see gusty winds and some heavy snow for parts of the Kenai Peninsula. For us tomorrow, we're looking at light amounts, but some spots, Cooper Landing, Seward, Cordova could see a little bit more in terms of snowfall and wet weather. We're looking at lighter amounts further inland because we're going to see the downsloping. So we're not going to get a whole bunch of snow like we saw last week. But you still want to get out and vote early on Tuesday because it's expected Monday night into Tuesday. So active weather for the southern half of the state, mild temperatures into the 40s. The southeast is looking at those upper 40s, and overnight definitely above freezing. So wet weather in the forecast there. A mixture of rain and snow for the Kenai Peninsula, as highs will be in the mid to upper 30s, but overnight below freezing. Same story for the Copper River Basin and Prince William Sound. The exception as actually the Copper River Basin at Glen Allen, where they'll see mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of sun breaks. Also sun breaks for the Mt. and Susitna Valley, but Sunday night, expect the snow showers to move in to your area. Otherwise, mixture of rain and snow for Girdwood to Anchorage. And here's a look at the extended forecast. Don't forget to fall back tonight. You get an extra hour of sleep, but the sun will rise earlier and it'll set earlier. So just be prepared for that. We get a break on Monday. By Tuesday, wet weather in the form of light rain. Notice the temperatures in the upper 30s and even lower 40s and even above freezing for a few of those overnights. Tracy?